What's going on, guys? This is your boy Astrum Sensei and welcome back to Unreal Engine 4 for complete beginners. In today's video we are going to be learning level design and we are going to create our first room in a brand new level. So yeah, we're going to get used to the level design controls, and after that in the next video we are going to be adding our own assets from the marketplace. So any assets that you find on the marketplace. So I think this is the best thing to do when you're starting out in Unreal Engine 4. I really don't recommend going straight to blueprints. You just want to get used to the engine before you start doing blueprints, because you just want to get a general idea. So yeah, let's get started. Before we do, please make sure to subscribe if you're new to my channel, because I'm trying to reach my goal of 10,000 subscribers, and like the video if you have already subscribed. And yeah, let's start. The first thing we're gonna do is we are gonna avoid using this example level because it really glitches when you add too many stuff in it. So you want to go to File, New Level, and go to Default. This one gives you a sky and directional, like a light source. It's well optimized for a start. You can also choose other things such as empty level, which does not give you anything. You have to add everything by yourself. There is time of day, which has adjustable lighting, and VR basic. We are just gonna ignore that. So over here in our level we have only a floor, and we can press play and walk around on it, and it's empty. We can even fall and keep falling forever. You know, it's a good idea to sell a game just falling. Call it falling and make it like this and sell it. So now that we've fallen, we are stuck down below under the floor, way too far. Now what you can do is wait for it and, you know, walk slowly, or you can change the camera speed and walk very fast. But you know, you might go to the sky way too fast and lose the floor again, and it becomes too far. The best way to fix it is to go over here in the world outliner and find your item, that like your object that you want to zoom in on, and just double click it, and that way it just takes you to it. So this floor is actually not one of these items. These are normal models that you can use, and you know, when you use textures on them and you scale them, the textures are gonna stretch. For example, over here if you go to materials under the starter content and add a wood texture and make this one much larger, for example like this, yeah, over here you can see that the texture is no longer the same size, and these are pretty useless, these four. So five actually, these five, don't ever use them. If you go to the geometry tab, and there should be another box and other ones. This one is what we call a BSP box. If you drag out one with a material selected, it should come out with a material, but if you don't and you just drag one here, it will have the same texture as this. So for example, this one, the texture stretches, but this one, if you scale it, oh no, not like this. If you scale it from here under the brush settings, you know, however much you scale it, the texture will always be the same. So this one is very good. I recommend using this for blocking out your level instead of this. So I'm gonna delete both and create new ones. We are gonna need one for the floor. Actually, yeah, let's just use this floor. We're gonna make this one much larger. Oh, okay. No, we're not gonna use this one. We're gonna add in a box for the floor and delete the old one. And change the location to 0 under the transform. What this does is it places your object in the exact middle of your level. And over here there is the scale part. You don't want to mess with this when you're dealing with BSP brushes, because the textures, like the materials, will also stretch if you mess with it from there. So you want to change the size under the brush settings and not from there. We're gonna change the X to, I don't know, 500 for example. Yeah, that's way too small. 1000. No, not 100, 1000. Yeah, like this. And the Y to also 1000. And as for the Z, yeah, we're gonna make it like 20. And place this one at the location 0. Make sure that it stays at 0. It's very good to start your level at 0. And to get an idea of how big your character is compared to the level, you can just go to the blueprint itself, like the character blueprint, and hold it and drag it over here. And what that does is you can see how big the character is compared to the rest of the level. So now we are going to drag in another box for the wall. The location, we can make it at 0 again, but let me see. Yeah, over here the x-axis should be at 0 because you want it to be in the middle of this wall. We are going to use the same size for the x-axis. No, not the x. Oh yeah, the x, so that it has the same length like this. And the Z is going to be 20 because you want it to be, oh, not the Z, the Y. The Y is going to be 20 because you want it to be very thin. And the Z is going to be, I don't know, 500, I guess. No, 500 is way too big for a wall. Let's try it out. Yeah, that's huge. So the wall is going to be, I don't know, 300, I guess, or maybe 250. Yeah, 250 is good. When you want to put something on the ground without, you know, trying to do it like this and, you know, messing up several times, with it selected, you can just hit the end button on your keyboard, and what that would do is it would place it automatically on whatever has collision under it. So that is probably the floor in most cases. Yeah, I think it's way too short. We're gonna make it a little longer. So instead of 250, we're gonna go with 450. And drag it up and hit the end button. That way it's on the floor again. And yeah, to duplicate this, you wanna hit the Alt key and drag out like this. And now we have two walls. Now we're gonna create a new one for this side and another one for this side. So we're gonna go back over here to the geometry tab and drag out another box. Now this one, we're gonna change the y-axis to 0. Oh, it's already at 0, perfect. We're gonna move it here and we're gonna choose the same size again. So what was it over here? Yeah, it was 1000. So we're gonna go to the y-axis and change it to 1000. And now it's the same size as the floor. And the Z is gonna be 20 again. No, not the Z, the X. Yeah, the X is gonna be 20 because it's a wall, it has to be thin. And the Z is gonna be the same as this one, 450. So just go with 450. Drag out. And this one, you can't hit the end key. Oh, you can. Okay, you can hit the end key, even if it's colliding with these walls. I'm not sure why that is. So yeah, now it's in the perfect position. Oh no, it's not. Okay, like this. Yeah, this is the perfect position for it. Now we are gonna hit the Alt key and drag out so that we can duplicate it. And there you go, we have a room. Now I'm gonna duplicate the floor so that it's a roof. And there you have it. We have our room. So you may be wondering, hey, why does the light come into this? Well, let's try it out and check if it really does. Yeah, it does. Okay. Actually, no, let's not talk about the lighting yet. What we want to do now is we want to make windows and a wall. And to do that, we are going to be using the same tool, which is the box tool. So just drag it in here, and we want to change the size to make it the size of a door, for example, the size of your door frame. So for example, we are going to place the door on this wall, or yeah, this part of the wall. So we're just going to place it here. And we're gonna change the Y to 90, I guess. That's the wideness of a door. And we're gonna change the Z to 190. No, just keep it at 200. I think 200 is a good size for a door. I don't know. No, it's way too short. And even the width, it's way too small. So I'm gonna change it to 120. And the height is gonna be 250. And yeah, this is just a hypothetical door. It's not realistic. You probably want to make it as big as your door model. And I don't have one at the moment, so yeah. And we're also going to make it smaller on the x-axis, just to make sure that it doesn't delete everything else. And what we have now is a kind of brick thing over here with the shape of a door. This isn't useful, very useful, but yeah, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna change the brush type over here from additive to subtractive. And what that did is it made us a hole in the wall at the shape, like with the shape of a door. And you can just place in your door model or whatever, and the door frame also. And yeah, it's just a good tool to use whenever you're blocking out your level. You can see that it's no longer here, it's actually disappeared. And yeah, that's the case with subtractive tools. You can't see them once you deselect them, so the only way to find them is to go over here under the walls outliner and change it, like find it, and if you select it, you can see that it's selected. So I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna rename it to door subtractive, and that way you can tell that this is the door subtractive box. Now, yeah, maybe we should rename the others, so we're gonna start with the first one, which is the floor. So I'm gonna rename it to floor. The next one is this wall, so I'm gonna call it wall 1. The next one is this one, so we're gonna call it wall 2. Then we're gonna go with wall 3 and wall 4. And the last one is the roof, so we're gonna call it, actually it's not a roof, it's a ceiling, so I'm gonna call it ceiling. And there you have it. Each of them is renamed, but now they are lost, kinda like, yeah, each of them is in a different part. So we're gonna select all of them in the world outliner, and with them all selected, you wanna right click, and we're gonna add them. Yeah, we're gonna move them to a new folder. I'm gonna call this folder room 1. Here you go. And now you can turn them off and on, and yeah, everything's great. Now we want to make a window. For example, over here we want to make 2 windows. Yeah, let's pretend this is a bedroom. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna copy this one and we're gonna make it smaller, and you know, the size of the window, and we're gonna place one here and one here. So actually I think this one is way too tall, so I'm gonna make these, the height 215. I'm not sure about the door sizes in real life. I'm pretty sure I studied them once, but I forgot everything. Yeah, some doors have these things, so yeah, I'm just gonna keep it. Now we're gonna go like this, duplicated it, and over here it makes another door. But what we are gonna do is we are gonna make it smaller so that it's a window like this, and maybe a little wider. And there you go, now we have a window. We can duplicate it again to make another window. Here you go, 2 windows. Like this. Now we've deselected this one, and let's just say we can't find it over here. Another way to find it would be going to over here and choose brush wireframe instead of lit. And what that does is it shows you the polygons for everything. So here we go, we have the subtractive boxes. We can select whichever one we want and then go back to lit mode. And now we can move it anywhere we want, or you know, you can duplicate it and do whatever you want with it. I think this is good for now. Yeah, this one needs moving here a little bit. Yeah, actually, let's make them a little bit closer to each other. You know, the problem is that most assets in the marketplace are not supported by this new version of Unreal Engine, which is 4.25. I'm not sure what I should add. There was a free furniture pack, but it's no longer supported. But yeah, we're gonna figure it out, no problem. Yeah, with both selected, I'm gonna change the size again. I wanna make them a little taller. So we're gonna go to the Z over here and make them 150, I guess. And there you go, both are taller. Now we are gonna save our level. We're gonna go to the content. And there should be a maps folder. Yeah, over here under third person BP, there's a maps folder. We're gonna call this level 1. And spaces aren't allowed, so level underscore 1 and save. Now we are not going to make this any bigger. We are going to work on improving it. First thing we want to do is try turning off this light source. Yeah, we're going to delete the light source, the atmospheric fog, and the skylight. There we go. And I'm gonna add a point light from the lights tab over here. Here you go. And we should also add a few models so that we can, I know like the lighting looks a bit weird, but we're gonna fix that in a moment. We're gonna add a few models so that when we build our lighting, they are built with it. Like it's built on it. So we're gonna go to the starter content. There should be a folder called props, and over here we have a few things. We're gonna add the door frame, for example, over here. Yeah, it doesn't fit very well. We can change the size and everything, but maybe we should just pretend it fits and, you know, ignore it. Yeah, I just changed the size quickly. And the door is also over here. I'm gonna change the size again. Turn off the snapping so that I can change the size. Like this. And a little bit taller. We're also gonna add the table over here and add a statue on it. Now this camera is getting in the way of our statue. Oh, we added 2 of them accidentally. Like this. And you know, this is a lot like The Sims, creating your own home, but much more customizable. I know it's a weird, it's a weird way to put it, but yeah, it's the very most beginner friendly way to talk about it. So yeah, just place stuff over here and it should be well. For example, 2 benches. We can add, I don't know, chairs over here for the table. Yeah, like this. And another one here. And you can see you can see that I'm switching between these things using the W, E, and R buttons. It's much better than going here and changing things. What else do we have here? A bush. Yeah, let's place one here. And another one here. And another one here. Here we go. We also have this corner frame. What does it do? Yeah, we're not gonna add it. We can add a lamp ceiling or a ceiling lamp. Stupid name for it they added. and place the direction, like the point light, right in it. Or you know what, for this one we're gonna use something different. It's called a spotlight, so just drag it and put it wherever you want to use it. And the spotlight is gonna be like pointing towards one part of your game or level. So just put it like this. And it should be lighting your room. We're gonna change the light color, or no, not the color, the warmth, where is it? Yeah, the temperature. Select use temperature and make it go a little more orange, like this. It's a warmer color. Increase the intensity and the radius, the outer cone angle. Yeah, like this. Perfect. Now we are gonna add window frames. Oh, there are no, oh yeah, there is window frames. So we're gonna add them. Actually, I'm gonna go to the unlit mode so that we can see properly. And we're gonna add the window frames very quickly. I know the scaling is a little weird, actually very weird. But yeah, we're just gonna go with it since this is only an example level. So here you go, we added the window frame. There is also the window glass. We're gonna add it. There you go. It's much larger than we need, so we're gonna scale it down just a little bit. And place it in the correct area or position. And with both selected, we're gonna hit Alt key and drag them. And we have another window frame. And this wall is empty, so what am I gonna add? This rock? No, that's a bad idea. I don't know. Wall lamp, I guess. No, not the wall lamp. We're just gonna add a statue and make it much larger, like this. And duplicate it and rotate it so that it doesn't look the same. There we go. And now if we go back to lit mode, it's looking a bit weird. But we're not gonna fix it yet because we're gonna add one more thing, and that is a view for this outside. So for example, I have this picture of, you know, a sky, like a space sky, and I'm just gonna drag it into the content browser as a picture. This is just basic stuff, so it's not gonna look very good. But yeah, if you drag in a plane and you rotate it, for example, and we're gonna make it much larger, like this, and place it right outside the window. And then we're gonna drag in this one on it, and it should create a material with the same picture. Yeah, there you go. You have this picture now, and it's a view. If you take a look outside of your window, I know it's gonna look very bad, but yeah, it's fine. It's fine for now. Instead of making it larger, I'm gonna make it smaller, and I'm gonna add a few of them, so like this. And yeah, I know it looks weird, but it's fine. It's fine for now. Yeah, it definitely looks bad. Yeah, what should I do? I'm gonna make them larger like this so that the player can't know if this is real or not. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can tell. Actually, it should be placed in a very far distance, but it shouldn't be a plane actually, it should be a sphere, and we should be inside it. But yeah, this is fine for now. This is just a test level. And now that we have everything ready, and actually no, we don't have everything ready, I also want to add a directional light again. And the direction of it, I want it to be, yeah, like this, so that the windows can get lighting. You know, this doesn't have to be a space view. I added it because I have this on my desktop. But yeah, we're gonna add the skylight. Yeah, I mean the directional light, and we're gonna add a skylight separately. And what this skylight does is it reflects the color of your sky, so that, you know, if you have a sky sphere, it should make the directional light much less harsh, so much less dark. Actually, we're not going to see the difference right now unless we rebuild the lighting. So we're also going to add the sky sphere over here under recently placed. You just want to type in sky sphere and you should find it and place it in your level. And you should have a sky sphere. And over here you want to change the sun height. I'm gonna make it night. Actually, let's delete these. We're not gonna use them. We don't care about the view yet. Yeah, we have the sky sphere. I think night is way too much, so yeah, let's just make it a day. And I'm gonna show you the skylight later, but now that we have our level ready for, you know, building the lighting, we're gonna go over here. Instead of pressing build, you wanna press on this arrow and choose build lighting only. And what this does is it does not take very long to render instead of, you know, building the entire thing. So yeah, we're building the lighting and we're gonna wait. It's gonna take a bit of time, but it's gonna be okay. And there you have it. Our lighting is built, and as you can see, it's no longer bright. The lights no longer come over the ceiling. It only comes through the windows, and the spotlight actually works now. It looks good, but we're gonna try something, and that is selecting the skylight and increasing the intensity of it. And as you can see, it looks more like a morning light, like a sunlight with it intensified. But you know, if you do it too much, it's not gonna look realistic. But yeah, there you have it. We created our first level in Unreal Engine 4. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I really hope it helped you learn something new. And I really hope you guys like the video and subscribe if you're new to my channel. That would help me reach my goal of 10,000 subscribers. Thank you very much for watching, and special thanks to my super precious patrons for supporting this channel. And I'll see you on the next video. Take care and bye.